This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutation, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Fable: The Lost Chapters. In the last episode, we finished some more side quests in the world of Albion, and then decided to continue on with the main quest. We've gotten to this new town. I don't know if we've actually got the name of it yet. I think it's Hook Coast. There we go. Okay. So we're at Hook Coast now, and, well, we're trying to see if we can locate our sis, Teresa, before Jack of Blades gets to her. Apparently it has something to do with the blade that we're destined to get, or in our family. But before we do that, let's get the final doll of the game through Shove Haypenny. I didn't show you this last time, but it's pretty much
How much will you wager?
I'd almost say it's basically, curling, almost, except you're not affecting the coin past its, sending point. So let's see if we can get the doll from it. You have to get a 30 in the score, so let's see if we can get that. That's just a little too... See, it's supposed to be, as far as I understand, if you can kind of get it just... I've noticed if I can just get just like right before the line here, I can usually get it on the 10. That should work if we can at least, even if we undershoot it, we should be able to get the 30. There we go.
With a new best
Not too bad. Now we get the maze doll, the final hero doll.
Perhaps you'll come back and play some
as far as I understand, that's supposed to be the final doll you can get in the game. Because you don't. No, we don't. Okay. And we get obviously high renown for doing that. Let me see if I can show off the dolls. Hopefully the game doesn't freeze on me again. I was trying to do a bit of what's the word? I was trying to do a bit of testing earlier just to make sure everything was working, and the game froze up quite a few times. But the old Xbox 360 did that quite a bit. So anyway, we got Briar Rose, us, Maze, Scarlet Robe, our mom, Thunder, Twin Blade, and Whisper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be 7. So if we go back to the teacher in Bowerstone, we should get our reward for it. But for now, let's continue exploring Hook Coast and see if we can find out more about where Teresa is. Right, that is who we're looking for, right? Because she's just kind of disappeared all of a sudden, and we know that Jack of Blades is after her too for that powerful sword. Why does it always have to be swords in myth and stories? Why can't it be like the more powerful hammer or something like that? Or I don't know. I much prefer swords too. But you'll admit half the time it's usually some ancient blade of legend, and it's usually like a sword. I don't even know. Actually, would the sword be considered the most balanced and even weapon out of all the fighting type of weapons? Not the best weapon, because that's subjective, but it's definitely up there in the solid use of it. Just long enough, you know. I don't know, the spear's pretty good too, just because of range. Although as soon as you get inside with the spear, then you possibly lose your advantage. Anyway, let's keep stealing stuff. Ooh, getting all these tattoos and everything like that. No potion. Nothing. Wait, someone attacked me? Oh, oh, wrong button. Okay. I thought I saw what's the word? I thought I saw like a red image somewhere earlier, and I guess it was a thief trying to kill me. Huh. Neat. You're dead now. So cool. Yeah, that wasn't very, sorry, you're not a very good assassin. Took you out quite easily. Then again, I am kind of overpowered for this part of the game. Although the fact that the creatures in the game can still hurt you decently means that no matter how high of a level you are, you can still get hurt if you're not paying attention or don't have a lot of health potions. Although you can buy a ton of them at some point. You're just like, and we're good. I know we're getting close to maxing out our evil soon. Not that that's really important. I don't think you really get, other than you get your full transformation showing your horns and the bugs in your aura, but I don't think you actually really get anything for maximizing your evil or good, other than making it easier to win to get the rewards for either doing the Temple of Scorn or the Temple of Avo quest lines. But because if you're like fully one-sided and you try to do the opposite-ended temple, it takes less to get the rewards from it because of how maximized you are into one thing. Leroy Samson turned drunken stupors into an art form. M. Ducker, barred from all drinking establishments after amassing large tavern game debts. The strain was too much. J. McCormick was painting the Abbey ceiling where the roof fell on his head. Ugh. Master Bard R. Shaw lies here. His music can be heard wherever you go. Joss A. Moore thought he knew everything there was to know about physics until he fell off a cliff. I didn't see that coming now, did he? Anything else before you go in that mysterious door? We've gathered most of the stuff. There's no. I went to the pier and there's no fishing spots. There might be some digging spots, but I haven't located them. So, all right, let's get on with the plot. So, where is our dear sister Teresa? Hopefully, we don't run into Jack. Yeah, we can handle it either way.
That magical barrier wasn't there before. It explains
So
what
talking
I
to me,
just
Mom.
found in the guild. Meet me in Maze's quarters. I found a book that may help.
Maze's quarters? Why would you want to... Well, I didn't know you were into that type of thing, Mom. Well, to each his own. Or her own, in this case. Alright, time to teleport back to... Maze, I guess the guild hall. Well, now that we've unlocked the teleport, we should be able to just teleport here from now on, so... Get out of my way, jabroni. Alright, we've already stolen everything we can. The only place I haven't been able to enter is in this lighthouse over here, which maybe is part of a quest or something like that. Oh, yeah, I could probably unlock it if I had if I'd raised my skill up a bit. I still have yet to do that. It's because every time I finish my recording for the week on a game, I tend to go back to my casual playing and other such projects, so I always forget about doing stuff I was going to work on off screen. Or if I do work on it, it's like right before I record for the day. Alright, let's go back to the Heroes Guild and talk to dear old Mom and Maze, if Maze is there. I kind of wish there were more missions where you got to interact, like not just by yourself, because that's important, but more missions that weren't the main plot that got you to interact with other heroes in the world. I mean, like I said, the game obviously got rushed, and a lot of people were saying stuff that like they couldn't do, and they had to like try and add all this stuff, you know, because every time he said something new, they had to add something into the game. Oh. Anyway.
Something isn't right here. What? No! No!
Wait, what? Mom! What's going on? Don't touch my mom, Mace! She doesn't like it like that. You gotta wine and dine her first. Oh, I hope I'm not too late. Even though I'm an evil hero and I probably shouldn't care, but gotta check it out anyway.
The book! Don't forget the book!
Damn it, Mom, you got caught again. Well, it looks like it wasn't Maze. It was Jack's like little ne'er-do-wellers, so we need this book, huh? I guess those mechanical men aren't smart enough to realize what she said. And where's Maze anyway? Like Maze disappears from the main plot for the most part, and Briar Rose only makes an appearance briefly in the side quest in one story, and then doesn't return until the epilogue story. Arbon's Thaumaturgica? That's where I'm going to go with that. This ancient volume describes the forgotten rituals and magic of Hook Coast, including ways of erecting and disabling force fields. It's written in an arcane language you can't decipher. Perhaps the Guildmaster will be able to read it. Oh, and that's the end of the quest. For now, anyway.
You have
Let's go,
legendary status.
I think that's the max status in the game, so we don't technically need more renown. We're good.
I have a quest card from your mother. Quickly, come to the map room and speak to me.
Yeah, apparently you don't know what's going on in your own guild hall. If someone popped in, kidnapped my mom, and popped out, what good are you, man? Ugh, anyway. Let's go talk to him and see what else popped up. Also, we need to see about leveling up somewhere. I should really just spend all the experience I have and just max out my level, or not level, my age. 'Cause there's actually a way to like reduce your age slightly if you do the Temple of Squirm or Temple of Avo. You can actually lose a couple of years off of your I mean, you can gain a couple of saved years or reduced years after that. Not very many, but you can. Yeah, we're only 47. I'm not quite a man, but I am a man. Yeah, I might just go ahead and spend. Let's see. I don't want to take too long on this. Berserk's not been too bad, but I don't know if it's really been helping me as much as I'd like. I'd rather probably just max out slow down time or something, or max out multi-strike. Either one would be good. This one gives you 5 attacks if I remember correctly. Let's do slow time. Spend a bit of our general experience, since we hardly are doing that at all. Let's see, can I boost up my strength a bit? Yeah. Yeah, let's do toughness. And let's just spend our general experience on Guile so we can. Let's see, one more level will allow us to actually pick locks now. Do I want to go and spend that? Yeah, that way I can just start straight up picking locks if I want to do that. There we go. What does the final level give you? You also become more stealthy. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I think we're getting enough levels. So that makes us 50 now?
You're now stealthy enough to use the lockpick expression.
Are you sure you want to be telling me what I can and can't do, Mr. Guildmaster? Okay, no straight up quest cards, so we need to talk to the Guildmaster.
Jack has captured your mother again.
Talk about damsel in distress this time around.
I spoke to her briefly today. She told me about the sword and the existence of a key to unlock it.
I assume the reason he captured her, because there's actually a story reason, because the blood of our line is used to get that sword, so...
Jack can never be allowed to succeed. You must stop him getting the key from Hook Coast.
So what's the difference between me being a bad hero, a dark hero, and Jack? Because he used to be a hero too, right? And he's doing bad things, so shouldn't he technically be okay in your book? Apparently he's gone a bit too far, apparently.
There is a quest card for you, but if you choose to take it, you will forsake your other tasks. This is too important.
Oh, so we're at the end of the game, huh? Well.
Very well. Finish what work you have, then return to me when you're ready for your greatest challenge. But hurry.
Well, looks like we're at the end of the game already. I could have swore we had a bit more to go before we had to deal with Jack. So, all right. Well, if before we do that, let's teleport to Bowerstone and go ahead and show off the dude our final our dolls that we unlocked, and maybe some more books. Why not? Huh, yeah, I could have swore we had a couple more quest lines before we were at the end of the main quest. We're not, I mean, not quite the end of the game, because, like I said, there is an epilogue after this. Epilogue storyline. But, alright, well, I guess I'll have to, at some point off screen, I might just make a backup save and try to finish certain quests later. Because I think I'll make the next episode, plot-related. Oh, let's go to the, let's go to the, oh wait, are we too late? Yeah, let's sleep and then wake up in the morning and go to school. But Mom, I'm 50 years old. I don't have to go to school anymore. I assume all the kids have already left for the day, so let's go to our house and sleep. Too bad Lady Grey doesn't pop up to the, oh yeah, and I still haven't done the Lady Grey quest line yet. And I've yet to seal the deal with Lady Grey at any point during the game. Because if we finish her quest line, you know, stuff happens. So you know, you probably have a pretty good idea what happens. But I did say I wanted to show off all the stories and quest lines. So all right, now we're at morning time. Let's go to the school. See, oh, they haven't popped in yet. I'm early to school. I don't know if I found every single book. I mean, if that means if we're tackling one of the final areas of the game, which means I need to go over final silver keys and where to find them and stuff like that. Oh, that's going to be fun. Because I've only got like 17, I think, if I remember correctly. And I think the most you can get is either 25 or 30, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, I've got 17. I can open a few of the chests now. But, oh, and I still haven't finished all the demon doors yet. Might as well see if I can show those off to you before you leave, too. I'll have to wait for the teacher to come in. Never done nothing.
If he
What?
sees me, I'm dead.
Well, unfortunately, in this game, we're not allowed to kill children. Yeah, I know, right? Alright, let's see if the teacher's allowed to talk to us.
Do you have a donation there, hero?
Yep.
Oh, look! How to make friends. Just the thing to teach the children some manners.
Sure. I'm the one to teach kid manners. Yes.
Ah. It lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education.
I want more of my kind to pop up, I guess. So.
Today's lesson will be on how to make friends. This fine hero has just given us a good example of how to make friends by donating this book to the school. Helping people out and giving presents are both good ways to make friends. Can anybody tell me another way to make friends?
Sir! Sir!
Yes?
Tell them you'll smash their teeth in if they won't be friends with you.
No, Billy. Threatening people is not really a good way to make friends with them. I think we need to work on this some more.
I don't know, I like that kid already. He seems to be right up my alleyway.
Ah, hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material? Oh, The Other Land looks like a charming story.
Yeah, sorry, teacher. The kids are screaming in utmost terror behind me. Could you calm them down just slightly?
Why don't you stay and listen, hero? It's never too late to learn.
Yeah, it looks like these next couple episodes are going to be me just
'Twas
clearing
in
out
the
the rest
latter
of the
days
side
of
quests, I
the
guess.
kingdom old that a boatload of travelers, wheat and rice, fleeing our land for fear of the sword, discovered an island that was true paradise. There were they welcomed by the native folk, with gifts of fruit and fowl and pig and trout, and a strange kind of ale brewed from egg yolk that the refugees drank till it knocked them out. Soon they were stirred from their peaceful slumbers by the splattery coughs of their gracious hosts, who had taken ill and were dying in numbers of colds their visitors had brought to their coasts. Ere long, the kindly natives were all but extinct, and as they knew not how to gather nature's bounty, the fate of the foreigners to theirs was linked. They died of starvation, though surrounded by plenty. A few local survivors did their paradise rebuild, erecting this time a great fortress in the sand. It would stop them once more getting killed, lest those bad people from Albion return to their land.
Almost slipped up, Teach. I don't know what type of story we were trying to tell there, but
Do you have a donation there, hero?
you can tell it's been a while since I've been back to the Teach.
Why, this
Since
book
I've got all
would be
these books to do.
perfect. I've yet to meet a child who isn't fascinated by dragons.
I would agree, except they're in utmost terror still by me. Or I smell one of the two. Yeah, sure. Let's teach them about dragons.
It lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education.
Just enough to make workers for my factories.
A long time
Oh wait,
ago,
that's the second game.
well before the age of the Old Kingdom, the skies of Albion were full of fearsome, majestic dragons. They flew wherever they wished, ate the people's livestock, rained down fire on their villages, and distressed their damsels. Then came the kingdom of Archon, and with it heroes who hunted the dragons for sport, almost driving them to extinction. Before long, every home in Albion had dragon scale curtains, dragon claw back scratchers, and dragon foot paperweights. The few remaining dragons fled to the northern wastes, and there they remain to this day. Though they are nowhere near as powerful now as they once were, they still represent a hero's ultimate test.
Yep, heroes in all games are expected to kill and murder a dragon as their ultimate
donation there,
go-to.
hero?
Sounds like it.
Oh, the children are always asking me about the arena. Oh, they'll love this.
Well, this is basically our modern-day version of television, apparently, because we gotta distract the little bastards. I mean, yes,
Thank you, hero.
we gotta teach them.
I'm sure we can put this to good use.
You don't sound too sure about this.
How many of you have been to the Witchwood Arena? Ah, but have you ever stopped to look at the statues in the Hall of Heroes? Some of the greatest heroes in Albion's history are celebrated there. Mighty champions who conquered the arena and the people's hearts. In the days of the Old Kingdom, heroes would lead their fans into battles, so they could see their skill, bravery, and combat. But all too often, spectators would find themselves torn limb from limb by balverines, or caught in the backwash of a hero's spell. And so, the arena was built in Witchwood, to give heroes a permanent stage on which to fight their duels without endangering the audience. Creatures are brought there from all over Albion for heroes to face, and the battles get more elaborate with every year that passes. But one rule remains unchanged. Should either hero wish it, the final battle between them can be fought to the death.
What was this?
Yep, we know all about that, especially what happened with Whisper. I don't feel bad about
You
it.
have a donation
I just
there,
cry in
hero?
my pillow at night because of it. Why, Whisper? Why wouldn't you be mine?
A love story. How sweet. With a title like that, I'm sure this will be suitable for the children.
We should tell them about the story about how I met Lady Grey and just tell them about the wedding night. Bang! I mean, it was lovemaking and it's all glorious.
Thank you, hero.
Sure.
I'm sure we can put this to good use.
Maybe I should change my outfit to be less scary so people don't keep running away from me. In
The
terror.
way of the warrior doth take its toll on a hero's face. And ere long women will fly and escape before he can give chase. Scarred and dejected, a hero named Ralph stole all of the traders' riches. He made use of their gold and bought romantic gifts for all of the ladies. The women of Albion fell at his feet, and Ralph had the pick of the town, till he finally chose a pretty young girl and bought her a fine wedding gown. But too late did he see that love that is true isn't founded on wealth. His wife's only care was for money and gems he kept up on the shelf. By way of divorce, Ralph exercised his axe on her head. This he did mount up on the wall, just over the bed. So did the woman sadly become the world's first trophy wife. And Ralph did give up the matrimonial for the hero's life.
Trophy wife. Womp womp. God, I didn't know where that was going, and that was unsurprising.
Even teachers need to sleep sometime, you know.
Oh, is it nighttime already? All right, we'll sleep again and talk to the teacher in the morning. Now you got to give the writers for Albion this game credit, you know, just because of like their certain jabs in writing and humor. Although it is very British, so you have to be kind of prepared for that. Because a lot of stuff, unfortunately, despite us speaking the same language, a lot of humor for British and American style humor is very different between the two. That was entertaining, though. I wonder if we got any more books to give him. Yeah, today, I guess today and tomorrow, or today and the next episode will probably be more quests. Some of these I can't finish because it just won't show. I can show like the archery competition. I already got the most you can get out of it, so there's nothing more I could do. Assassin attacks. I haven't figured out how to figure that one out. That might be something that just happens till we beat Jack of Blades. We can still investigate the mayor if we want to, which we might do that next time. Fishing competition, I've already given out the best fish, so there's nothing more that we can do that. So there's one we still can do. Temple of Light, yeah, we need to donate money to the Temple of Light and see if we can unlock reduce the years we've got on ourselves, as well as the get the reward for it. Sword the Stone, still got to do that. Basically just pull out the sword. Chicken kicking competition, we're done with that. So far we got 1, 2, 3. You got 3 missions. We need to give those whenever the teach lets us. So that one's almost done. So 3. So there's 4. Temple of Scorn. That's the one where you have to basically sacrifice dudes to the Temple of Scorn, and if you do it right, you can get a powerful bow from it. Book collection, we're working on that right now. I don't know if I found all the... I mean, I don't have... These bronze ones don't have to be finished. They're just like, you know, if I can't... Oh, we never found the buried treasure. Hopefully I'll be able to... I might just have to look that up off screen between episodes for the purposes of finishing that. Because some, like I said, some missions I do forget, like, how to solve them, just because...
Don't do anything silly now.
Oh yeah, then I have to figure out where the rest of the keys are in the game. A lot of them are from either fishing or digging up, and then some of them are gotten from like chests in certain spots. Bam! Yeah, you saw me. Anyway, I wait for the teacher to come back, so... Yeah, I might have to just change my... Oh, there's the teach. See if we got any more stories to read to us. Stop screaming, kids.
Hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material?
I believe so.
History is an important part of our curriculum here, so the Old Kingdom would be invaluable.
Sure, let's listen. I'm a fan of history.
It lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education. Can
Stop
any of
screaming.
You tell me who built the ancient pillars at Lookout Point? Yes?
The people in the Old Kingdom, sir.
That's right. They once ruled all of Albion, and the ruins of their cities can still be found wherever you go. The kingdom was founded by a great lord named Archon, who united Albion using the power of the Sword of Eons. But over time, the sword began to corrupt him, and the kingdom fell into darkness. Strange monuments were built to focus the magical power of the kingdom, and terrifying armored figures were summoned to guard them. But at the very height of its power, the Old Kingdom collapsed, and Archon and his sword disappeared. What happened to them, nobody knows.
Ooh, leave it off on a dark note, Mr. Teach.
Do you have a donation there, hero?
I think we got enough time for one more story, and then we'll call it for the episode.
Final volume of the Great Creatures of Albion. Should give the little ones a good scare.
I think I'm already giving them a good scare, Teach. I mean, look at them back there. I think one of them pissed their pants.
Why don't you stay and listen, hero? It's never too late to learn.
True.
Thanks to this kind hero, today's lesson is from Volume 3 of the Creatures of Albion. If trolls ruled the land and dragons the skies, then the mighty Kraken are masters of the sea. A few men have ever seen a Kraken, and fewer still have lived to tell the tale. Since before the times of the Old Kingdom, these terrifying creatures have lurked in the seas that surround Albion. Their tentacles can grow to be over 100 feet long, and are strong enough to crush a ship like kindling. A brave sailor once drove away a kraken by hacking off one of those gargantuan tentacles. But to kill one of the beasts, oh, that would truly be a heroic task.
Which I've already done. Thank you very
Done our
much.
school such a great service. I don't know if we can ever adequately repay you. I do have a little something, and, well, I know it's not much, but the children think you'll love it. We used it in our production of The Mage's Apprentice, but it was a little large for our particular actors.
Well, and for giving all the books to the school, we get the Bright Wizard's hat. Well, if we're good, that'd be great, but, you know, before we leave, let me give them...
donation there, hero.
Before we leave, let's give them the dolls, shall we?
What's this? The pale Balverine?
Oh, I thought...
It doesn't give them nightmares.
Well, let's find out that the children do get nightmares in the next episode of Fable, The Lost Chapters. Next episode, we'll be continuing taking care of side quest business and see if I can, you know, max out the rest of my stats, stuff like that. So join me next time, will you? Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.